Hello everyone and welcome to Minecraft Naked and Afraid. We are on the 5th episode of the series and there's only 6 episodes, which means we only have 1 episode left. This is an older episode, so be prepared to see some older things happening that will lead up to the final episode. And if you don't know, we're playing with 7 mods, all linked in the description down below. And if you want to join our Discord for our brand new server that's getting ready to start up, and brand new series that's going to start up, go ahead and click the link in the description down below to the Discord, and that will give you everything you need to know, and come hang out with us. And just like that, let's get into today's episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. So previously, we had went and explored a ton of villages and got some sheep, got a platypus, and also got a ton of beds so that we could go to the nether. And then we eventually actually did go to the nether. We built our nether portal and went to the nether, mined an entire massive hole, constantly got our ancient debris, and smelted our netherite scraps. But now, this is previously before that, this is me heading off into what I used to call home for the final time. Well, I say the final time, but more for the final time of actually living there. I decided that I was going to move everything out, and that's exactly what I did. I moved everything out, grabbed a bunch of stuff as much as I could, and moved it into the chests in the attic of the house, and it was quite a bit. It took some time to get everything all organized because there was a lot to organize. But after everything was all said and done, we did eventually get everything organized. I also wanted to grow farms. So I wanted to grow a ton of farms. Just another shot of the house, by the way. That was what the house looked like, with a pretty damn good shot of it. But I wanted to grow a bunch of farms, so I went out and farmed a bunch of equipment for the farm, which was what the basement was going to be. I wanted the basement's garden area to be surrounded by spruce trapdoors, and I also needed some jungle wood and some podzol, I think that's what it's called, with bamboo, and as well as getting bamboo. But this was to have for kind of a special effect, and so that's why I mined the podzol and got the bamboo, just because bamboo is great for supplies and resources, and for more scaffolding if I were to ever need it in the future, which realistically I probably don't, but I got it anyway. I was also on the hunt for a banana tree, and unfortunately I only found 1 tree, and it was just a sapling, so it wasn't even an actual tree. But the good part is the bananas can be crafted into seeds, which can grow even more, so there is no biggie there. I also found me a desert, and off in the distance I noticed a desert temple. So I ran towards the direction of the desert temple, and, well, quite frankly, it wasn't too bad of a desert temple. Inside the desert temple, I'd found some pretty decent resources, but other than that, it wasn't too crazy of a desert temple. Not something I could have really used, but what I actually did use was the smithing templates upon which I found. This temple actually had 4 smithing templates and a few emeralds, so you know, emeralds are pretty useful. And as well as golden apple and a saddle. But other than that, I completely ignored the saddle because I didn't think I'd honestly need it, because with all these mods, I was like, I honestly don't need a saddle at all. I also found a couple other desert temples, so with that, I went out and looted every single one of them. Kind of regretted it. Took a lot of time, but realistically, the more the merrier, you know? If you find something useful in a temple like I did occasionally, then it makes things worthwhile. Which, in this case, not really. I think maybe the most I got from this was probably a golden apple and some diamonds, so... Which, I mean, isn't terrible, but I also have a mind where every time I go into it, I find diamonds. So, I came back to the house to get all my stuff and put it in my chest to get myself ready to go for the actual farming side of things. And then I started building. I went down to the basement and started building the farm. Doing my little farm design with Podzol. It really wasn't necessary to do everything out of Podzol, which you'll come to find out. I had to break some blocks for grass blocks. So I grabbed my water bucket and my spruce trapdoors, created an infinite water source, and was ready to build some more. I also planted my sugar canes here, and I also planted rice, broccoli, lettuce, so many more plants just in this one farm area itself. So now, this is a little bit further on. This was after I'd set everything up and completed another side, which had watermelon and it had pumpkins, and I think it had some wheat as well. But I had to grow all the plants, so I had at least one of everything I had. So had some I planted some chili peppers, so I mean it wasn't too crazy. As you probably are able to tell, this is a more laid back kind of episode. So this is just a build up for the next episode, which is going to be an absolute banger. And I'm super excited for it, so... This is me placing some jungle logs with some cocoa seeds, just so I could have some cocoa beans, so just so I can have some cocoa beans for whatever, making cookies or whatever might come up. And then I also planted some berries, because berries are super easy to grow, and they are a very quick plant to duplicate. So that's exactly what I did. Planted some berries before I went to the outside. Going on to the outside, I had already built this little fenced-in area before, but I wanted to build a grapevine area as well as a tree farm. So the first couple rows were the grape farm. Then the last few rows were all nothing but trees. And the cool design that I had on these grapevines were something I actually took inspiration from a TikTok, actually. And I decided to integrate it, so... Also place some berries on the side of my house just because these are extra berries and, you know, why not? And finally, trying to just make my gardens look all pretty and stuff, so planted the rest of what I had and was on my way to make sure that everything was set to go before I filmed the previous episode, so episode 4. And as far as that goes, that's pretty much it. I also couldn't figure out why my watermelons weren't growing, so I had to figure that out. But other than that, it didn't seem like it was gonna work, so I just continued to let everything grow down there, slept that night away, and was ready for the next day. Thank you all so much for watching.